should start off with is the box office, right?
Okay, sure.
That was the conversation overall, or what we were expecting this thing to do. And when we kept predicting it because of word of mouth, we said 85, 86. I think originally it was clocking in around 75. And then once the word of mouth came out, they said, oh, maybe it'll do more. So it didn't. It did around 76 million. Sinners did exactly what it was supposed to do week 2 and did around 33 million. Minecraft still, what is Minecraft at, like, overall? What is that?
Oh, you're looking
873.
873.
That's crazy. It's 873. And then you look at Sinners so far.
Slowing down. I thought it would get to 1 billion. It might not even get to 1 billion now.
I just think that we're getting to a place now where, more movies are coming out.
You got too many movies. Yeah.
And Lilo and Stitch is right around the corner, and that's going to be where the families are going to go now. The Accountant 2 did pretty good with 9.5, and then
I finally saw it over the weekend. Really enjoyed it.
It was good, right?
Yes.
But Thunderbolts, if you look at Thunderbolts now has 76. It did around 86 international with 162. So it's going to make its production budget back pretty soon, probably within the week. And we're right back to where we said we would be. It's all about week 2.
Yeah.
What kind of drop are you going to have? Because if you have a 50 to 65% drop, you're gonna struggle a little bit.
You guys did it. You did it. Trade Coffee is back. Oh my gosh, I'm so happy. I love Trade Coffee. They are my lifeline at this point. I love them so much because coffee it's an essential for me. And I know it's not just a drink. It's a ritual. It's a lifeline. It's the bridge between half asleep and ready to conquer the day. And if it's that essential, why would you settle for anything less than extraordinary? That's where Trade comes in. It is the #1 U.S. coffee destination. It brings you fresh coffee from over 50 of the country's top roasters. You take the quiz, and in under a minute, they're going to match you with your perfect coffee. If that first bag isn't quite right, Trade's going to replace it for free until they nail it. If you're headed out on summer vacation, with Trade subscription flexibility, you can pause it, or you can shift delivery while you're away and resume when you're home, ensuring you'll come home to great coffee. And that is exactly what I've been doing. I have gotten to a place where I got this massive, huge, big bag. And I'll be honest, I thought, I'm not going to be able to go through all this. Blasted through this bag because it's so delicious. And I'm showing it off to everybody. When people come over and they're visiting guests, you got to try this coffee. And that's exactly what I do. I got everybody talking about Trade. And that's why they came back. And right now, Trade is exclusively offering our listeners 50% off your 1-month trial at drinktrade.com/Kristian. That's drinktrade, TRADE.com/Kristian for 50% off your 1-month trial. Drinktrade.com/Kristian. You know why they're back, guys? Because of you guys. That's why they're back. You guys have seen how good they are. Get yourself some Trade. You will not regret it.
Yeah, I mean, word of mouth, as you said, is going to be really important here. And it already came in lower than Captain America #4 numbers. But I mean, then again, the Captain America is more of a baked in.
And Captain America probably cost $700,000.
Probably like I've seen a lot of rumors of $400 million. So I don't know with all the reshoots and stuff. I think there's something very positive said about this, just like we said about Sinners when it came out. Like, I think there's a lot of positive things to be said about the box office performance of this movie, considering, some of these characters are from MCU shows that people probably haven't even watched. So I was really impressed to see what it did. Yes, I was hoping for 80 to 85 or maybe even 90, dreaming pie in the sky stuff, but 76 is about where they predicted it. It's got really great reviews, really great reviews from people, Metascore and all of that. So hopefully that's enough to inspire people. And there's a lot of positive videos about it all over the internet. So hopefully that will keep it going and have some legs over the next 2 to 3 weeks. But if I was Marvel, I'd be happy considering all the hoops they had to jump through and all the hurdles they had to overcome to just get this movie out. So, yeah.
If I'm Marvel, I'm walking in, I'm saying, all right, good start.
Yeah, good start. Good job, everybody.
Yeah, and then it's like, and everybody is sitting around biting their nails waiting for week 2.
Yeah.
That's how it's going to go, because it's the same thing. Like, if you saw Mufasa's numbers and like Aquaman 2's numbers, week 1, you're going, and then the Aquaman 2, I think, at least made a profit, or at least, broke even.
Right.
And that started off real slow as compared to the first one. Yeah. And then you look at, again, Mufasa, which kept climbing up. Yeah. And granted, different audience. But if you are able to do that, if you can't, it's going to be another disappointment. However, the difference is this, in my opinion. Critically, they were able to win back a lot of people.
Yes.
You're not going to win back everybody. There's people there. I saw some people just going after it to go after it. There's some people who just didn't like it. And there's other people who you're like, I don't know, can I trust you? You seem to hate everything now. But there's other people who you're like, okay, they didn't like it, and they give the reasons why. I understand. I don't agree with it, but I understand it. But it seemed to get the goodwill back of a lot of people who were like, oh, what are they doing? Same shit. This is like a solid movie. So even if it winds up breaking even or losing a little money, not great for the box office, not great for the wallet for Marvel, but good for the psyche.
Yes, especially as a Marvel fan, right? Because it hasn't been a positive situation that we've seen overall with Marvel recently, and even Daredevil Born Again, as much as it ended on a high note with those last 2 episodes, it didn't really, I don't think it broke into the top 10 streaming numbers overall. So there've been a lot of ramifications of Marvel's path over these last 2 phases. And of course, there are people who defend these phases and feel free comparing them to other phases and what have you. But you can't deny that the pop culture mainstream isn't as excited about Marvel as it was before. And it's clear that they're voting with their eyes and with their pocketbook. And so you're seeing that play out not only on the big screen, but on the small screen as well. And so it's going to take a few movies to get people excited back into Marvel. So I think this is a good start. This is like the opening act. This is really good opening act. I'm really excited about it. Let's see. I've heard this, this star is really good. I want to see them in concert. That's the Fantastic Four. That's your headlining act right now.
Right.
So if those two go a 1-2 back-to-back, that's really good. Then I think you're going to see a little bit of an upturn with Marvel. But we also don't know how Ironheart is going to go. They've done almost no promotion for that, and it's coming out in June.
Right, but you're not wrong. But I still think that you're not in a place, though, if that show doesn't do well, you're not in a place where you should start panicking, because you really have
not panicking. But
no, because you're in a place where like Fantastic Four has to deliver, obviously.
Yes,
right?
100%.
And even if this, I feel like the second weekend for Thunderbolts, I don't think it's going to be like Sinners, where you're like, whoa, look at that, only 6%. I think it's going to have a significant drop.
Right.
But I think it's going to be enough that it builds. And if you look, I mean, I think you got to make like something like 380 or something or 400 in order to break even for this movie.
Right.
I think they'll do that, but it's going to be, they're going to have to push to get there. I don't think they're getting to, I think they're like 4 to 450 tops on this movie.
Yeah. 4, I think is probably, on the high side. I think 4 is like, they'd be happy with 4, right? But but I hope it gets there. But it was heavy spoilers. He said, for as good as Thunderbolts is, it's underperforming. Daredevil Born Again didn't even hit the streaming top 10, and Cat 4 didn't even break even. So you hope that if Thunderbolts is bringing back some of that goodwill, you hope Ironheart just kind of continues it. And I hear you, it might not damage it, but you're hoping it uplifts it even more.
You're Marvel, of course. You want boom, 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 hit.
Exactly.
And it's just like, but movie wise is really where you're going to gain it, right? Where you, like, if your quality, if you have a Thunderbolts movie which came out the way it was, and even if it does whatever it winds up doing, you don't love the box office, but you love the reception it got,
right?
And then you follow it up with Fantastic Four, and both the budget, the box office, and critically acclaimed works going into Avengers, you're still in a good spot.
Yeah, I agree.
If you had bad numbers and bad reviews after Captain America, then you go into Fantastic Four, and Fantastic Four also doesn't perform, and it doesn't do it, then you're in trouble. I think they pushed themselves a little bit out of trouble with making the movie as good as it was.
Agreed.
Agreed. But I wonder what you guys think about the box office in general. Do you think that this is something that, they should be worried about? It should have hit 85. That would have been, or 75, the initial where they were targeting. That's okay. Let's see how week 2 works. What say you? Put your thoughts in there. Let me know.